Steve Bowers.
Jordan Dyer.
And we welcome you to 6 in the City. I want to send out a big special salute and recognition to Emily McGill, who was on The Voice last night. Didn't turn those chairs, but she did a magnificent job, and more people were exposed to her, and we've known her and loved her for a long, long time. So anyway, a couple of things I found out about the show. They picked the song. The producers picked the show. You don't.
Oh.
And they tell you what hometown you're from.
Wow.
And so we were all expecting her to say Jackson, Tennessee. She said Nashville. Of course, she's working out of Nashville. Don't blame her. But anyway, so some things you don't control, but she did a magnificent job. That's just another key step in her career. So we're proud of Emily McGill and appreciate The Voice and those folks recognizing her talent.
That's right.
Now, what about this show?
I'm excited for this show. We have some really amazing stuff coming up. We've got someone on to talk about robotics and cancer screenings, some Black History Month festivities coming up, some community impact grants, bites and insights with the chamber, and we've got Mote Jones and Company on for our entertainment today.
And so that means we're going to be hearing from SHERRI FAIRLEY, and we'll also talk to Frank as well. So we got a lot of folks we're going to talk to, special things coming up, and we're about to hear it all on this 6 in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Every 3 years, the American Public Power Association recognizes public power companies that demonstrate proficiency in reliability, workforce development, safety, and system improvement. The recognition, RP3. The highest level RP3 is the Diamond RP3. In 2023, JEA's Electric Division received the Diamond RP3 Award for the 8th consecutive time. This never happened before, but it's JEA today. Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
We're glad to have you with us on 6 in the City. Amy Garner is with us, and she does compliance and communication and everything else with West Tennessee Healthcare. Before we talk to her, I'm going to get in a political note here. Nobody said anything to me about doing this, so I'm going to do it. We're talking about in this country making changes in Medicare and Medicaid, and that's certainly, we've got budget issues and everything else to deal with. But one thing to know, people may lose their medical coverage, but they're going to still see a physician or somebody when they get sick. Most times they show up in emergency rooms. And so it's not going to change the load, it just shifts the cost somewhere. So just keep that in mind out there. People are going to be taken care of. We're not yet ready in this society to say you can't come in here if you don't have coverage. And until we get to that point, it's going to put the stress on the hospitals and the medical providers in our region. So keep that in mind and all this politicking that's going on out there today. We'll see where it goes from there. Now, how are you doing?
I'm great.
And you're not here to talk about any of that.
Well, on that note, I just want to say, you know, West Tennessee Healthcare serves this community and serves the whole region, you know, without regard for people's ability to pay. And we're going to continue to do that no matter what happens with the politics.
And that's in mental health and physical health. It's a dual chartered system. It's been an amazing gift to West Tennessee. We're glad to have Amy with us. Well, it's colorectal cancer awareness month, right?
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner, coming up in March. We got a special screening coming up.
We do, and we may have talked about this before, but colorectal cancer is the 3rd leading cancer worldwide, and so I know that having that colonoscopy may not be the most fun thing to do, so we're going to make it easy for you. If you are 45 years old, it's time to have that screening, but if you don't want to go through the colonoscopy process, we have a way for you to get a screening with the Cologuard kit. You may have heard about that on commercials, but we're going to have a couple of events in March on the 20th and the 22nd, educational event, and you have to call and make an appointment. We have about 35 spots left, but once you go
Okay.
through that educational event, we're going to give you that Cologuard screening kit for you to do the screening at home and not have to go through the prep and the day off with the colonoscopy. This is not for everybody, because if you're at high risk, you still need to go through that screening colonoscopy process. But if you're at average risk, we would love for you to be a part of this, and it's free if you don't have insurance. And all you have to do is call 731-541-1742.
Okay, 541-1742.
How long does it usually take to get the results back?
Just a few days,
Okay.
from what I understand, and it's a really simple process. They're going to go through all of that education and tell you exactly what you can expect and instructions and how important this is. So it's a great thing for our community.
I shared it last time. I was 50. Pam insisted that I get this screening, which I didn't want to do. Who wants to go in for a colonoscopy? Doctor told me if I hadn't, he said, you'd have been a dead man in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And that was 25 years ago, and Clayton wasn't born until I was 53, so I'd have missed a bunch of things if I hadn't had that screening.
Absolutely.
Right,
It's,
so get it
it's
taken care
called the
of.
silent killer, because
Yeah.
you may not
Yeah.
necessarily
It
have
just-
symptoms,
Yeah.
but
I had
it can
polyps
be
side to
treated.
side. He said I would have been gone. So anyway, just take care of that. Get that done. You're also, we've got some robotics things happening with the hospital.
We have all sorts of robotic surgeries now, but I wanted to brag on our heart and vascular team, because I have to brag on them all the time. They are one of the top heart teams in the nation. And we are doing a procedure now to treat AFib, which is an irregular heartbeat, with a robotic assisted device. And our very talented, highly skilled surgeon, Dr. Ted Wright, did 2 of these procedures last week using the robot, and he's the only physician in the state that is doing this type of procedure, and one of only 26 hospitals in the country that can do this.
What is the advantage of robotic surgery?
Well, your downtime is less, you have less bleeding, complications are decreased, and so it's just a much less invasive procedure than you would have if they had to go actually into the chest and open you up.
So they do it in other ways. And so it's applicable now in so many different areas.
Absolutely. We can do bypass surgery using a robot. We can do knee replacements using robots. We have a new bronchoscopy procedure that we can do using robots. So lots of great technology here in Jackson, Tennessee. You don't have to go to Nashville or Memphis. And we're actually doing things in Jackson that nobody else in the country is doing.
All right.
Very proud of that work.
Get to know this hospital, West Tennessee Healthcare. What an amazing institution. How many years now?
75 years
75
coming
years.
up in August.
Coming up in August. All right,
Yep.
so we got a big celebration coming
Happy
this year.
birthday to us.
And it's always good to see you.
Good to see y'all,
Absolutely.
too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To the hospital and everybody else. We're going to talk about Black history. We've got some highlights. Christiana Gallagher is coming up with us as we continue this Six in the City.
My name's Graham and I'm 6.
Graham is a very active little boy. When he was 2 months old, he got diagnosed with a temporary platelet disorder, and we just really had kind of a miracle story of him rebuilding his platelets. Receiving a blood donation, it saved his life and gave him time for his body to sort out and heal.
Please help kids like me give today.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
A water system includes everything from wells to water storage to water lines to treatment, with constant lab testing to ensure water safety. Every 2 years, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation performs an unannounced on-site audit and evaluation of every facet of a water system. Perfect score, $5.99. In 2024, JEA, for the 4th consecutive inspection, received a $5.99. 8 years of perfect water system scores. That's JEA today.
Christiana Gallagher is with us, and she directs community relations for the city of Jackson. She's here with us today because it's Black History Month. We're about to wrap it up, and I was thinking, we got a closing ceremony coming the last Friday, and I was thinking that's 2 or 3 weeks off.
No.
It's the 25th.
I'm telling you,
Right,
time flies when you're having fun.
All right, hold that microphone up, Christiana. Yeah, if you will.
Time flies when you're having fun.
But we've got art exhibits that have been up all month, and they will continue for a while. Is that right?
Yes, they will be up until the end of our closing ceremony. We've had wonderful local Jackson artists, Navia Burdine, Stormy Steele, Miss Crystal Brown, and Courtney Haynes and Jordan Nichols of the Gifted Studios. They've lent us their artwork. It's been on display in the main foyer all month long, and it'll be
so you can see that this week then at City Hall.
You can, and anytime the City Hall doors are open, you're welcome to come in.
Now, there have also been special exhibits, right, the NED or other places?
Yes, the NED has had the Griot Collective, which is a local gathering of Black poets here in West Tennessee. It's chaired by Mr. James Cherry, and they have had their poetry on display along with art from Humboldt High School students, and it's a celebration of Black hair. So that's been on display all month as well.
Okay, so you can stop in at NED's an art gallery all the time.
All the time.
It rotates every month or two?
Yes, every month.
Every month
They switch out the exhibits and do an opening reception, and it's actually 2 separate galleries. In the old City Hall building, there'll be 1 gallery, and then in the lobby of the theater, there'll be a second gallery. So they do 2 galleries per month, which is pretty impressive.
And is the art Black History themed art or just the artists?
The art upstairs in the City Hall, the old City Hall part of the NED, that is a story of Black hair through the years. So it's art that depicts the Black hair experience and, Black experience in America paired with poetry. And I believe the lower gallery, which is the lobby of the theater, that artwork is from UT Martin students.
Okay, fantastic. So it's been a part of this, and that continues this week. Now, we've got the closing ceremonies coming up. It will be this Friday afternoon, the 28th at City Hall. So what's going to happen?
Yes, we would like everyone to come out. We enjoyed our opening celebration so much. That was on the 7th, but our closing celebration for Black History Month will be this Friday, the 28th at 4 p.m., and we will have a piano, keyboard, performance from Miss Victoria Wedley, who was one of the Miss Juneteenth Jackson contestants. And we will also have the JCM dance team led by Miss Nadia. And then we will have the Destiny Church Choir to close out the program. And it's going to be exciting. We invite everyone to come. It starts at 4 p.m. and again, it's the main foyer of City Hall, so everyone's welcome.
And it's free.
Free, completely
free. And open to the community, so they don't need to do any kind of registering online.
Nope, no registering, seats. Just show up at 4 p.m. Luckily, as the past 3 years we've been doing this, we've had our local performers and artists are willing to share their talents in order to promote the culture and artistry here in Jackson, represent their heritage, and they so graciously do that at no cost to us, and so we pass that right on along to everyone.
Okay.
So the dance team is performing. Do you know what type of choreography they're performing?
I don't, and I'm excited.
Okay.
My typical ask, when trying to get performers and participants is, I look around, I try to ask different people every year, and I say what we're doing, what the theme is. You can create something towards that theme, or create another original, or
provide some great entertainment.
Yeah, so I'm so excited. I know Miss Nadia Beard she's a wonderful choreographer. She's worked with the city on many things, so excited to see the JCM dance team. Yeah. And it's the combination of the middle school and the high school students.
Okay, that's exciting.
So I'm super excited for this.
So that's coming this Friday. That's the 28th to wrap up the exhibits. And that'll be at the City Hall downtown Jackson. So it'll be there at 4 o'clock, right?
4 p.m. And, we'll have seats available, but, we try to leave that to those who may have issues standing. We won't hold you long. City Hall closes at 5, so you won't be there for long.
Okay.
Just come, as many people as we can get in that main foyer. Come, enjoy, have a good time to end your week.
Okay. All right, great.
Great.
Special thing. There have been some historic markers placed downtown. One is on the City Hall building where the Woolworth store used to be. There's a placard there at the corner near Liberty. And also, of course, on the Court Square, it was added Mr. Cherry and a bunch of folks, Michael Cherry and some folks got to recognize what we called at that time the 61st Colored Troops, which were Union troops formed out of Madison County, Tennessee. And there's a Gil Scott Heron plaque that's been placed in the last couple of years in front of the Carnegie. So there's some things you can see when you walk through downtown.
With his mural as well. And again, City Hall, feel free to come in at any time. We have the Woolworths stools
That's
that
right.
from the lunch counter
that's
right there
right,
outside of the City Council meeting room. So that's an exhibit there as well.
Always good to see you.
Always great to see you.
Thank you.
And wonderful
Appreciate
meeting
everything.
you.
Yes, you too.
Christiana Gallagher with us.
Yes.
Now let's go to the main stage, and we welcome from Motes, Jones and Company out of Memphis, Tennessee. We're glad to have her back with us, and this is Sherri Fairley. Sherri, the stage is yours.
You give us new wine, fresh start, pure joy, and a clean heart. That's what you do. That's what you do. You give us new wine, fresh start, pure joy, and a clean heart. That's what you do. That's what you do. Jesus, Jesus, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, Lord Jesus, stand by me. Jesus, Jesus, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, Lord Jesus, stand by me. No one puts old wine in a new wineskin, because if you put old wine into a new wineskin, it'll burst the skin. You give us new wine, fresh start, pure joy, and a clean heart. That's what you do. And that's what you do. You give us new wine, fresh start, pure joy, and a clean heart. That's what you do. That's what you do. Jesus, Jesus, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, Lord Jesus, stand by me. Jesus, Jesus, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, Lord Jesus, stand by me.
Jackson got electric streetlights in 1887. Electricity expanded with the Suburban Street Railway Company. And in 1897, Suburban switched from horse-drawn cars to electric. The company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company. Streetcars plus electric power for homes. Power for home lights was turned on at 6 p.m. and turned off at 10 p.m. After that, go back to gas or kerosene, but it was another step toward JEA today.
For 9 years, the READ team has helped over 2,200 second graders read better through coaching and friendships. Students have increased their word recognition by as much as 300%. Reading on grade level opens the door for Google searches, driver's licenses, and career opportunities. Invest 1 hour a week to give our second graders every chance to read on grade level. Go to thereadteam.org to sign up. The READ Team, changing our community one word at a time. In partnership with JMCSS, Leaders Education Foundation, and United Way of West Tennessee. But you already knew that because you can read.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Haley Fortune is joining us. Before we talk to Haley, Jordan Dyer's with us, and Andrew Maxwell have joined our staff. They got us on Facebook now. We're on Facebook.
That's right. We are
Facebook
live on Facebook.
All that other social media outreach out there.
Yeah, the EPlus TV6 page. So if you're not following us, then you should be.
Follow us, like us, become a fan, do
That's
whatever, right?
Yes.
Share
away.
All
Tag
that
us. Hashtag, whatever.
Hashtag, okay, all that other good stuff out there. And tell me how it turns out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Comment
Facebook
below.
is the place to be. So.
Yeah, there you go. Haley Fortune is with us with the Community Foundation of West Tennessee. And they do many, many things. Recently announced a bunch of grants and stuff that we've got for community organizations. You want to highlight that?
Absolutely. So we just announced that we are accepting applications for our annual community impact grants. We started these back in 2016 to fund local nonprofits with their projects and initiatives. This year, we're going to be celebrating 40 years, kicking off in March.
You're kidding.
40 years of impact.
For the foundation, okay.
Yes. And
Joe Hamilton Heart Fund, I think, was one of the early ones. I remember when
it was.
Remember the $1 million hole-in-one shootout and all that stuff?
Yes, we actually are going to be highlighting some fun pictures throughout our history. There may even be some throwbacks of Frank McBean, so be on the lookout on our socials for that. In celebration of this, we're going to be awarding $100,000 in our community impact grants in 2025, 2026.
So how do organizations apply then? What's this process?
Absolutely. So we are currently accepting applications. You can apply online on our website, cfwtn.org, or you can email me, Haley, Haley, at cfwtn.org for more information about how to submit a PDF proposal.
Okay, so what is our deadline?
The deadline to apply is March 31st. So get your applications and proposals in by then to be considered for this funding. We're also hosting a grant information session this Thursday, February 27th at 2 p.m. So if you're interested in applying and you want some tips on how to submit an awesome proposal, come by and learn all the tips and tricks we've got to offer.
So you're going to do that at the foundation office?
Absolutely.
2 p.m. Thursday the 27th?
Yes, that's correct.
And that's on Directors Row?
Yes,
Right.
so we're off Ridgecrest, 74 Directors Row here in Jackson.
So for those who are interested, what kind of applicants are you considering for this?
So 501c3 organizations or funds of the Community Foundation are eligible to apply. Last year, we extended this from just Madison County to our entire region. So all 20 counties outside of Shelby County are eligible to apply. And we'd really love to see some proposals come in from some of those more rural counties.
Okay.
Okay, so that's open in how big an area now?
All of West Tennessee outside of Shelby County.
Outside of Shelby,
Yes.
okay. All right.
And those who will receive the grant, how will they find out?
So we kick off our celebration in June. We will send out emails to let the recipients know that they're going to be funded, but we don't tell them how much. We keep that a surprise until that celebration in June. And so we host that. We get all the nonprofits together, big checks, lots of clapping and cheering, and we just celebrate all the good work we're doing here for our community.
And that's in June?
Yeah.
Yes, so we make those announcements towards the mid-June.
Okay.
So it's a portion, is there a formula or just how many you think is worthwhile or?
There's no specific formula. We have a board committee that reviews those grants. They narrow it down and they make all the decisions. They score each proposal based on a rubric, and then they kind of talk through what projects will have the greatest impact. And it varies year to year. Last year, we gave $75,000 to 8 organizations. And so this year, the odds are in their favor to get a lot of funding. So.
What's an example of the organizations that were funded last
year? A couple that were funded last year were All Saints Immigration Services, RIFA, their snack backpack program, Habitat for Humanity, their home buying program, and the Jackson Symphony Association for their music academies across the counties. So,
is there a specific timeline or deadline they have to use this grant by?
Yes, so the funding has to be used within the 2025-2026 fiscal year. So July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026.
Okay.
So let's get those applications in.
Yes, we'd love to see them.
All right, now that website again is
cfwtn.org/grants.
Community Foundation West Tennessee. All right, yeah.
Okay, and are you on Facebook as well?
Absolutely. We're on
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram at Community Foundation West TN. We have lots of fun content and videos over there. So.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday, 40th anniversary. Here.
Yes, we're
That's
excited.
stunning. That's stunning.
Great.
You know, I was there when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was not there for the war.
Me either.
I was not there for the war between
You
the
were
states.
looking for me to chime in on that.
Chime in on that. She was a mere child. Mere child. Wasn't even here yet.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Yes, thank y'all for
Appreciate
having
it
me.
so very much. We're going back to the main stage. And we're glad to have her back with us. And this is Sherry Fairley. Sherry?
What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. You brought the sunshine this morning, and I'm gonna praise you all day. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. You brought the sunshine this morning, and I'm gonna praise you all day. Now I can see the way, hope for a brand new day, life everlasting. He's coming back again to take us home, and we will be with him. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. You brought the sunshine this morning, and I'm gonna praise you all day. And if you trust in God and on his name and believe in his son, your life will be brand new, one of the chosen few, now forever changed. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. You brought the sunshine this morning, and I'm gonna praise you all day. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. You brought the sunshine this morning, and I'm gonna praise you all day.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, John. Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Glad to have Sherry with us. We'll have more with her coming up in 2 more segments of the show. Joe Barker is joining us. He's the executive director of the Southwest Tennessee Development District. There are 9 development districts, economic development districts in Tennessee. This 8th one covers...
We cover 8 counties, 35 cities.
Okay, in Southwest Tennessee, Madison area south, picking up with...
Yeah, we go, most of our counties are all south of I-40, either border or south. We've got Madison, Henderson, Decatur, Haywood, and then the rest of our counties are south of that.
South of that, and so we're glad to have you with us.
Oh, it's great to be here.
One thing that you took on just a few years ago when Blue Oval was coming in here, when it was announced and everything else, the feeling was to set up a direct relationship between many of the rural counties and that facility, to try to facilitate Ford's awareness of and the SK awareness of this area. And so what's going on now with all that?
Well, as you said, back early on, it's primarily the rural counties in West Tennessee felt like maybe they needed a representative that could at least provide information to them as it came out from either Ford or SK, and they asked me if I would serve in that position, and it's been very rewarding. Of course, as you know, I've been in West Tennessee all my life, and I think this is the most life-changing project potentially that we've ever seen. But, you know, we work with a lot of rural counties, and we want all our counties to benefit from this project. And I think this is my goal, is to work with our counties and our organization work with our counties to prepare them so they can be as successful as possible.
Okay, and so it's just an important thing, because sometimes the communication, if you're, well, in your Hardin County or whatever, that's not as natural as it is if you're in Haywood or Fayette.
Well, that's exactly right. And you know, everyone, you know, it makes sense that the counties closer to Haywood have somewhat more potential, but you mentioned Hardin County and all the recreational facilities they have down there. Everyone in West Tennessee is going to benefit from this project.
Sure. What all does Southwest Tennessee? We had Mike Smith on with us recently, and I was amazed how many programs they cover with the work that they do. And the development district is not just economic development. You're involved in a lot of different things as well.
We are. We actually have 2 divisions. We have our Economic and Community Development Division, but we are also the designated area agency on aging and disability. So we do a lot of work with our seniors, our senior centers, and we partner a lot with Southwest Human Resource Agency. Many times, money from the state flows through our organization, and we contract with HRA to provide the services.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, and the My Ride program, there are many things that have been developed.
My Ride program was a program that actually started at our development district a few years ago, and it was so popular that the state actually funded several programs all across the state using the model that we use, but it's been highly successful.
Has state funding been consistent for the districts?
That's a great question. It has. You know, it's funny. I watched the Senate Finance Committee meeting this morning, or the Senate Local Government Committee meeting this morning, and the development districts have a budget amendment. And I will say Senator Jackson was very supportive of it, asking for recurring dollars. We have a base amount, but we have not had an increase in recurring dollars since 2007. And you can imagine trying to do today's work with 2007 dollars. It's very difficult.
Okay, there we go. Overall in West Tennessee, like I said, the Blue Oval and the SK project can be a significant game changer here. How are we doing with economic development? There seems to be a lot of energy coming off this.
Well, there
we
is.
seem to be having explosive growth here in housing and other things. Yeah.
There is, and I think people see what's happening in Madison County. You know, there's been several large announcements, and I know everybody's excited about Great Wolf Lodge and all the things that come with a project like that. But we're seeing a lot of interest in our rural counties, particularly from providers to these larger industries that are coming in. And sometimes they want to get out a little bit to not have to compete with the same workforce. So this is the main thing we're trying to do, you know, is get our industrial properties ready to go because, you know, the old saying, you can't sell off an empty shelf. And it's the same way with our communities. If you do not have something to sell, then someone else is going to get that project.
Okay. Well, John, I know one thing that the Development District was actually involved in was the education initiative a few years ago that was set up through the high schools and middle schools and all, and that effort, I guess, continues.
Well, you know, what we did, Steve, we were the forerunner of Tennessee Promise. Our counties were very proactive and wanted the development district to get involved in making sure our students were prepared for post-secondary education. The state got involved in that, and really we just rolled our program into the state program, but it's been highly successful.
It's a great thing. Well, Joe Barker, and he came to us out of Savannah, Tennessee. I was working at Adams on those days, right there when you guys were young. We're all young.
At one time.
At one time. And then as county mayor, got actively involved. The next thing you know, they're hosting the NAIA National Football Championship and did it for how many years?
We did it for 12 years.
12 years, and some notable names have come through that place.
In fact, I know a lot of our viewers won't like this, but the current head coach at the University of Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, played in the game once and coached in the game twice in Savannah, Tennessee.
There you go.
So that's where he got his start.
He got his start right there in Savannah. It's good to see you, Joe.
Always good to see y'all. Thank you for having me.
Joe Barker, Southwest Tennessee Development District. We'll talk to Lindsay Dawkins with the Chambers. We continue this Six in the City.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million, but it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA today.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Lindsay Dawkins is with us from the Greater Jackson Chamber.
You got it.
I'm finally adapting out there.
I know.
It's
sometimes I find myself just saying Jackson
Chamber. I've had this name for like 2 years, and I'm just now getting around to understanding what it is. It's the Greater Jackson Chamber.
It takes time.
Yeah. At least it does for me. It's good to see you.
You too.
Some exciting thing. You had the Chamber Awards, and what a great cross-section of winners we had.
did. You know, we did a different format, and I think it was a great event. But what great winners, from our Industry of the Year, Kellanova, to our Nonprofit of the Year, the Dream Center, to our Volunteer of the Year, Paul Taylor. Ambassador of the Year, Just June, to Small Business, Bramblett Group, and Large Business, Home Instead, and then our Entrepreneur of the Year with Mark Taylor with Master Medical. So I don't think we could have gotten better people.
Better cross-section, folks. It was a splendid day. Some of those, the Ambassador Award is named in honor of Shirley Jones, and then the Volunteer is named in honor of Curtis Mansfield, and then the Entrepreneur in honor of Jonas Kisber. So it has all kinds of ties to our history. We'll be showing that, by the way, on EPlus TV6. So you'll be able to see the Chamber Awards.
That's right. Watch it over and over. It's a great show. And
got it going on out there. But that's just the beginning of things.
You know, it has kickstarted our events for the season.
So what's happening? What's happening we need to talk about? She's given us a sheet here, and I could show the sheet, but that font is about 8. Now, she says it's actually 14 fonts, Steve. It just looks 8 to you.
I forgot to bring your glasses. I'm sorry. Well, first up, this Thursday, we have Bites and Insights. And this is a series that we started for small businesses because small business make up a huge part of our membership. And this is specifically for them. So it is the fourth Thursday of every month. And this week it is about AI because AI is not going away.
No, it's not. Taking over the
But
world.
how can businesses use it to be more efficient in their business and just learn more? So we've partnered with Jackson State Community College, and they are going to teach a class on it. So we have a few more spots for this week, and then Friday, Capital Talk. So our time that we can mix and mingle and hear from a town hall style from our legislators. So what a better opportunity that you can get to ask them questions.
That's right.
Right there.
Senator Ted Jackson will be there, State Representative Johnny Shaw, and State Representative Chris Todd.
And our moderator will be Mr. Steve Bowers.
Okay, well, we try to
I think I know him.
heard that every once in a while, you know. Try to keep it. This is a forum, not a slam dunk discussion here.
That's right. Go easy on Steve.
You just ask questions and we'll debate later. All right, so that's coming up this week. Women in Business is coming up.
That's right. This is one of our largest events. Our ladies love to come out with our business community. And so it is Tuesday, March 4th. And this is having our Friends of Heart. So Tracy McKnight is one that is going to talk about our 4-minute city. It's a thing that a lot of people don't know is that we are becoming a 4-minute city and how important that is. And we're one of the first in the U.S. to be able to do that. And so just being able to learn from her, and we would love our ladies to come on out.
And this is a lunchtime event?
This is a lunchtime.
Okay.
So
and people need to register
They
for
do
that.
need to register in advance. And so Capital Talk is free, but all of our other events you need to pre-register, and you can go to Jackson.
We may not have mentioned that. Capital Talk will start at 8:30.
8:30 a.m.
Friday, and that'll be at the chamber this time, right?
And our last event is our upcoming Emerging Leaders. And so this is for our young folks, so 22 to 35-year-olds, and that they can have a community to engage in. And because we know we need to build up the future of our leaders, and it is with Avery Williamson. And so it's leadership lessons from the field. So him talking about his experience and leadership from his NFL days. So that will be a fun event.
Okay.
Fee for that?
It is $25 to sign up, and you can go to jacksontn.com/calendar, and you can see all of our events and register from there.
And they can see it on Facebook as well?
They sure can.
Okay.
All of our events are on there.
Right, 4 o'clock on the 18th.
So we have a variety of events from our women, to our young professionals, from people who love public affairs. So a little bit for everybody.
Right. Always good to see you.
Always good.
Appreciate working with you. Always have, and that the Greater Jackson Chamber. We got all that coming up.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to the main stage. Yes, she is here. Sherry, the stage is yours.
Oh, I am healed in Jesus' name. And his blood runs through my veins. Oh, it is perfect and it is pure. There's no sickness that can endure. 'Cause I'm saved and I'm healed. I am clean, he set me free. 'Cause I'm saved and I'm healed. I am clean, he set me free. Saved, saved, saved. Healed, healed, healed. Clean, 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 he set me free. Saved, saved, saved. Healed, healed, healed. Clean, 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 he set me free. The blood of Jesus is pure indeed. It cleanses, washes, and sets me free. Oh, it is perfect and it is pure. There's no sickness that can endure. 'Cause I'm saved and I'm healed and I'm clean. He set me free. 'Cause I'm saved and I'm healed and I'm clean. He set me free. Saved, saved, saved. Healed, healed, healed. Clean, clean, clean. He set me free. I'm saved, saved, saved. Healed, healed, healed. I'm clean, clean, clean. He set me free.
A water system includes everything from wells to water storage to water lines to treatment, with constant lab testing to ensure water safety. Every 2 years, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation performs an unannounced on-site audit and evaluation of every facet of a water system. Perfect score, $5.99. In 2024, JEA, for the 4th consecutive inspection, received a $5.99. 8 years of perfect water system scores. That's JEA today. Extreme cold weather. Avoid frozen pipes. Wrap and protect exposed pipes, and cabinets that back up to external walls will keep those cabinet doors open. Maintain a water drip to keep water moving. Disconnect hoses from external faucets and wrap or insulate those external faucets. If you got crawl space, close the vents. And make sure pets have a warm, safe place. Getting through weather extremes together is all a part of JEA today. Jackson got electric streetlights in 1887. Electricity expanded with the Suburban Street Railway Company. And in 1897, Suburban switched from horse-drawn cars to electric. The company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company. Streetcars plus electric power for homes. Power for home lights was turned on at 6 p.m. and turned off at 10 p.m. After that, go back to gas or kerosene, but it was another step toward JEA today.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Well, she's been performing with us all in this show, and we're going to talk to her up close and personal. SHERRI FAIRLEY is with us, and Frank is here as well. And she brought him along. 'Cause is he your producer? Is that true?
He's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Business manager and everything else. Then.
Yes.
Well, how did this get started for you?
Wow. I mean, I've been singing my whole life, but
Okay.
this album that I just did, it is so personal to me because, you know, we all have a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell. My story that I want to tell is that, you know, Jesus provides healing. He provides salvation, forgiveness of wrong things that we've done. And he also makes us clean, and he gives us a sound mind, and gives us peace. And that's my story I want to tell, you know, that God he did it for me. He can do it for you.
Always part of your life, or something happened in
Yes.
your life that brought that about? Or?
Just living for him. I gave my heart to Jesus when I was 5, and I never stopped. I just kept rolling. It's been a long
Well, how
road.
did you meet Frank?
Oh, we met in church, of course, in prayer. He said he came to prayer and saw me, and I was the youngest person at prayer, so that's how we ended up together.
Well, Frank, hold that microphone up here and tell us. Now, you're involved in producing this material.
Yeah, we've been working on this material for quite some time, and this is something that she's always wanted to do. And finally, we got with Motes Jones and Company, and they decided to. They said, "We love the material. We'd love to help produce this and get this out there." So it wasn't very long before we got that together. I was doing ball games for the DeSoto County High School Game of the Week.
Okay.
And I'm on the air doing that. And she was at the studio doing her album.
All right. So you worked on this album how long then? To pick the material and all?
Oh, well, the material I started writing a while back. I mean, some of it's old, but I've written newer songs recently.
So how many songs are on this album?
12.
Okay, and the name of the album is?
Created to Praise, and you can find it on every platform out there. It's on like 25 platforms. And I do have CDs, and I have a website. It's SHERRI, SHERRI dot, no, there's no dot, SHERRI, FAIRLEY, FAIRLEY .com. And it's real easy, real easy to find. And if you go there, you can do booking, you can book a program, or you can buy a CD, or you can find out where to download music.
So do you typically do any events or?
Whatever they ask me to come and do, pretty much.
Okay. So performing mainly at churches?
Churches, ladies groups, anything like that.
Great.
Women in business.
Getting a plug here, the chamber.
I've been in a few of those.
Sherry. So you record, is this the first album, or have you had many?
This is.
So
it's my first.
You've been writing and recording.
If you don't count high school, this is my first album, single.
So what was that like then, going in the studio for the first time?
Wow, it was amazing. I mean, Jamin and Sherry, Motes Jones are awesome. I mean, they made it so easy for me. Too easy, maybe, but, I did some of my own background vocals. They did some. We just had fun. We just had fun.
And is the studio in Jackson?
No, the studio is actually in top of Mississippi. In Horn Lake, Mississippi, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the recording process is different now. You layer everything, and you can go back in and add things.
He was amazing with all those buttons and stuff,
He's quite an excellent producer and has worked with many, many artists. Okay, well, there'll be more now that you've done this?
I hope so, if my executive producer will pay for it.
I don't know if the producer paid for it or picked the songs or what. Do you have any input, Frank, into any of this?
I had quite a bit of influence at the beginning, and then Motes Jones kind of took off.
Okay, that's true.
Do you go with her to most of her shows?
Just about everything that she does.
And if he preaches, I go with him.
Okay.
Or teaches.
Frank is involved in financial services, if I remember, right?
Right.
Your company is?
Fairley Wealth Management.
Okay, hold on, Mark.
Fairley Wealth Management Group in South Haven.
FAIRLEY, and it's located
in South Haven.
South Haven, Mississippi.
And is that where y'all live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But he'll do work for anybody anywhere in
Absolutely. I'm licensed in many, many states.
And if he's not, he'll get licensed.
That's right.
Well, it's good to have y'all with us, and appreciate you sharing. How did you meet the Motes Jones folks?
We met them through business.
Through a business network.
Yeah, business networking.
Well, they are excellent. They've provided many people for this show. We enjoy
They're terrific. I wish they could be here today. They wanted to be here, but they couldn't.
Are all of your songs gospel songs?
Yes.
Okay. They always have been?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't written anything secular, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we call it.
We always enjoy it. It's good to see you both.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
And Sherry will be along to sing one more song before we get away. So stay right where you are. We got more coming on this Six in the City.
A water system includes everything from wells to water storage to water lines to treatment, with constant lab testing to ensure water safety. Every 2 years, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation performs an unannounced on-site audit and evaluation of every facet of a water system. Perfect score, $5.99. In 2024, JEA, for the 4th consecutive inspection, received a $5.99. 8 years of perfect water system scores. That's JEA today. Extreme cold weather. Avoid frozen pipes. Wrap and protect exposed pipes, and cabinets that back up to external walls will keep those cabinet doors open. Maintain a water drip to keep water moving. Disconnect hoses from external faucets and wrap or insulate those external faucets. If you got crawl space, close the vents. And make sure pets have a warm, safe place. Getting through weather extremes together is all a part of JEA today. Jackson got electric streetlights in 1887. Electricity expanded with the Suburban Street Railway Company. And in 1897, Suburban switched from horse-drawn cars to electric. The company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company. Streetcars plus electric power for homes. Power for home lights was turned on at 6 p.m. and turned off at 10 p.m. After that, go back to gas or kerosene, but it was another step toward JEA today.
thank all of our guests for being with us. Always a great cross-section of this community. And a reminder, City Hall, that special conclusion to Black History Month coming up this Friday at 4 o'clock. Well, the weather has been beautiful this week, but it has been disruptive, and it's been cold, and it's changed schedules out there. Lifeline Blood Services, because of the extremely cold weather, and some blood drives were canceled and all that stuff with the snow on the ground. A critical appeal is underway for all blood types. So if you can be a blood donor, Lifeline Blood Services. It's Sterling Farms Drive here in Jackson, also their location in Dyersburg, but there's the information on the screen. But all blood types are needed right now if you can be a blood donor. So be sure to take care of that. And we got, snow in the forecast again next week?
I don't know, Steve. I can't keep up with it.
I'm ready
I'm just
to be in
focused
the
on
70s
today and the sunshine and beautiful
and also,
weather.
you've got information on, we got a special arts council project underway in Haywood County,
Yes,
Tennessee.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
So how do people get tickets for that?
I am not sure. There is a flyer on the screen.
There it is. Willy Wonka's got all this. Coming Saturday, March 1st and Sunday, March the 2nd. Yeah. And,
the Soap Factory.
Soap Factory is where it's going to be located there. And
they can get tickets at the door, and they're $15.
It's a special youth project. So $15 tickets at the door, and we salute the folks there. Our friend Steve Beverly is going to be back with another edition of TV Classes this weekend. Bert Parks, I understand, is going to be on it. He did one about Bill Cullen last week, so be sure to keep that in mind. That will be at 7 o'clock this coming Saturday and Sunday right here at EPlus TV6. And we've got all kinds of things we're going to be airing, and we will also have the state basketball championship games, both boys and girls, men and women's in Division I and Division II. I don't know how many games there are, but there are a bunch of them. We'll have them all live right here at EPlus TV6 as we begin to start tournament play. Anything else we need to mention?
I was just going to mention that we've got a really great lineup for next week. We're going to be talking about some security scam tips.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and some amazing assistive technology that the Star Center has. So I'm excited to hear and learn more about that.
All right. So that is all coming up.
Yes.
And we're delighted to have SHERRI FAIRLEY with us.
And it'll be March.
Oh, that's right, it will be.
Yes. February ends soon. And maybe March will bring some warmer weather in, too.
I hope.
Me too.
In the 70s this week, back with snow next week.
We'll see.
We'll think about West Tennessee, right?
West Tennessee, you never know.
It can change at any point. We're going to go back to the main stage, and we welcome once again, we're glad to have her with us. This is SHERRI FAIRLEY, Motes Jones and Company. This is SHERRI FAIRLEY. SHERRI, the stage is yours.
You have rolled the stone away, and I know you're here to stay. You are alive. Yes, Jesus, you're alive. Yes, you're alive. You have won the victory, and you paid the price for me. You're alive. Jesus, you're alive. Yes, you're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. Almighty Jesus, you are alive. Yes, you're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. Almighty Jesus, you are alive. Yes, you're alive. You have rolled the stone away, and I know you're here to stay. You are alive. Yes, Jesus, you're alive. Yes, you're alive. You have won the victory. You have paid the price for me, and I'm alive. 'Cause Jesus, you're alive. Yes, you're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. Almighty Jesus, you are alive. Yes, you're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. Almighty Jesus, you are alive. Yes, you're alive. You came back from the grave. You're alive. And you are here to stay. You're alive. You came back from the grave. You're alive. And you are here to stay. You're alive. You came back from the grave. You're alive. And you are here to stay. You're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. You're alive. Yes, you're alive. fly.